understand the guy's real language, we'll call teams and find out where they are. And we'll say, okay, we need you to go over to so-and-so. And we'll tell them exactly where to go. In other words, we've got to make personal contact with these landowners.
Personal injuries, those kind of things, they want to know about. Next meeting will be June the 5th.
Working down your list, and I'll be coming around each committee to kind of see where we are.
That's a real easy thing, but to keep an organization of all of the vehicles coming in to refuel after every play is quite a task. And so I think we got one size too big.
And you'll have their number. You put their number on here, and then
write down on here how many baggies were collected and programmed.
okay.
Same day.
The same, right, it depends. We'll see, you'll get reports back sometime.
Yeah, it's good.
I'd like to introduce two people to you. First of all, they didn't introduce themselves. This is John Davis, who's the balloon meister for the whole event, makes the calls on if they fly or not. Dan Sherrill, who's the organizer. This is Doug Clark, who's director of marketing for Markborough Communities Austin, who owns Harris Ranch and is putting on this race.
Coming this way. What do you think? What's up front here on?
Oh, that's fine.
360 at 17 at the airport, which is our measuring point, which is still over our minimum, or maximum. The top end, maximum. I'm going to put you on one more hold for half an hour, gang.
Ask them also that if anybody that's climbing out, if we need some actual winds aloft, of course, about pilots up to about 3,000 feet.
Launch like right off the X?
Yeah.
Is the X in place, Sherrill?
Yes.
Yeah.
So it won't be as downwind of the X?
Yeah, launch site 44.
Sherrill, this man.
The launch period starts at sunrise. The launch area is pilot's choice. Have a good flight.
Right on.
We're going to be flying an event this morning that's called a Watership Down. That simply means it's a two-part event. Let me tell you what we'll be doing so you'll know what to watch for. you'll look out into the center of the launch field, directly out in front of you as you're lined up along the barrier here, you may just be able to make out a large orange X. It's laid out on the field. You see a group of people in orange vests standing around it. That is a target for the first portion of our event this morning. The object for our pilots is to take their balloons 1 mile away from Harris Branch in any direction they choose, inflate their balloons, launch and fly here to this target. As they fly over the target, each pilot carries a small marker. It is traditionally a small bean bag with a colored streamer attached to it. Taking off from the field to start the second half of our competition will be the Private and Development Company balloon.
What a sight.
21.
Number 6.
All right.
4 foot.
I think he's fixing to bow out here pretty fast. Ceremony that we observe in ballooning to welcome new balloonists to the sport. It's all done in good fun, and it's all more or less harmless despite the large sabers that you see in the hands of a couple of the pilots out there. This is the way they open bottles of champagne in France. Second cork. The suspense builds. Nicely done, Susie. Nicely done. Ballooning is called the champagne sport. It got that name because ballooning began in the 1700s in France. Two paper manufacturers, Charles and Etienne Montgolfier, started hot air ballooning. They noticed sitting around their fireplace one evening that paper flakes, ashes would lift and fly into the air rather magically. So they built the first hot air balloon out of paper and silk fabric, built a big fire underneath it. They thought it was the smoke that caused the balloon to go up, not knowing it was simply the heat. Built a big smoking fire out of wet straw, old gym socks, anything they happened to have handy. Filled the balloon up, and miraculously enough, it flew. Thousands of people were in the streets of Paris to see the balloon fly on that day. Thus began the sport of hot air ballooning. However, there was a slight problem. We know it today as landowner relations. As the balloons would launch out of Paris and fly into the French countryside, eventually to land, the farmers, not knowing what this thing was, you have to remember, nothing other than a bird had ever been seen flying in the sky during that time period. We're talking 200 years ago. They thought it was some monster from the sky, some smoke-belching monster, and the farmers would take their pitchforks and their axes and whatever they had and chop the balloons to pieces. Well, the balloon pilots obviously were not real excited about that idea. Frenchmen being what they are, they thought, voila, we will take champagne with us. And when the balloon landed, pause for dramatic appeal, they would hand the bottle of champagne to the farmer, to the landowner, as a thank you for letting them land the balloon there and land safely. This way they convinced the farmer they were in fact friends. Thus, it has become tradition in the sport of ballooning that we always toast a successful balloon flight with a champagne toast. We now have a balloonist prayer that we always say after flight for a successful flight, and I will try and lead you along with it as you'll raise your glasses and tip your hats, or whatever it is you'd like to do. Salute if you must. And the prayer goes like this. The winds have welcomed you with softness. The sun has blessed you with its warm hands. You have flown so high and so well that God has joined you in laughter and gently set you back into the loving arms of Mother Earth. We usually add gentle winds, soft breezes, nice landings, welcome to ballooning, whatever you'd like to add to the end of it. Now, the initiation. The task for our first-time rider is to, with his hands behind his back, locked in position, to reach down, using only his mouth and teeth, pick up the glass of champagne and drink it, while the rest of his crew and pilots salute him with their own champagne toast. So Don, have at it, buddy. It is a rule. You must drink it all. You got to drain the glass. And no fair dribbling it down your chin. Are you ready? On your mark. Get set. Go for it, Don. This is the part we don't tell him about. All right, ladies and gentlemen, a new balloonist is born. The Earth, of course, is to signify the Earth being a part of the safe landing. In Germany, they will actually take a small piece of your hair and set it afire to represent fire as a part of ballooning. We don't do that here in the States.
Good shot. Now pick me up a loaf of bread on your way back.
Huh?
Pick me up a loaf of bread on your way back.
Okay, will do. You want any milk?
I need a bunch of bananas.
Okay. Anybody else?
A nice cold beer.
Be sure to weigh in now. That's one of the rules that might actually let the pilot maybe out of
6 inches.
That is 4 jumpers, 4 separate parachutes that are currently stacked. What a nice hand for the Remax Parachute team. Now they've broken away the first pair, and they're doing what's called cutaways. This is a very steep turn, and again, we're in a situation where if you go too flat with that, your canopy can actually collapse.
It tears real easy. Dirty tore ours off.
Fell off the tailgate.
Someone snorted.
Why don't I have one of our representatives come out and chat with you and take a map out, and you could just mark on the map where you want us.
So I ate my purse.
That's slipper cover. It's all slipper cover. Yeah. Another automotive enamel.
Supposed to meet her at the front gate.
Making their ways towards Harris Branch, which is a good thing.
Tonight's the SeaWorld Moon Glow. We think that that's a great flavor to any balloon race. We'd like you to be inflated by 9.
Some of the balloonists are now beginning to get their balloons out of the trailer.
They're all beginning to inflate, and here's some more fun music from KSFM.
White. Wilkinson. Woolley. Thank you all for being part of the largest traffic jam that Austin has ever had.
The surface winds as of about 15 minutes ago were 090 at 3.
Pick up your baggies here on the south side of the tent. Have a good time this morning. We'll see you all back here on the field.
That laissez-faire attitude.
Yeah, stop not eating.
You can beat them out, man. Take off? We're looking for a spot right now.
Pop up. So find yourself a nice viewing spot. Underneath it. Tortoise really simply sits in a little chair there with the upright surroundings. The fuel tank is underneath him. That's the object of the game today, folks. Bring those balloons right over the target. Leonard is straight down through. Nice shot, Grady. Here are two guys that hope you just saw Grady's drop. Here comes Bob Goring and Cool. He's got the marker out over the side, getting a little baseball wind up. Some heat in the balloon. You got to keep it from touching the ground. Drop. For the title of Rookie of the Year. Here comes his toss.
Providence, Chase, Providence Balloon.
We got you, brother. I'm picking up your crew out into the speak.
Okay, you got eyeball on me?
I just
got it. Looks like. Get up on.
Okay.
I'm not. 3 rows.
Chip Hamilton, who is the muffwick here at Markborough. And Chip's going to help me. Chip's going to give away his money, and I'm going to announce some names. We also have some trophies. This is $20,000 in prize money from Markborough and Harris Branch.
You people had traffic backed up to I-35 last night, double lanes. That amounts to what we believe was slightly over 40,000 people out here this weekend. And that is super. That is unbelievable. Sincerely, thank you very much for being here. You're the people that really make it work, and you deserve a great hand yourselves. Thank you.
How about finding out who's in 10th place? Harold Cliver, 10th place. Harold, congratulations.
Congratulations. Thank you very much.
9th place, the guy who's going to teach us all what to do. David Levin. David, congratulations, and thank you for being here.
My pleasure.
8th place, one of the older guys, Bill Murtor.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
Let me tell them how old I really am. I just want to tell you how old I am. In case you don't know, Sam and I went to school together.
You mean Sam's really older than we thought? 7th place, Pontiac driver, Phil Glee. Phil, congratulations.
Thanks.
Good to see you. Appreciate you doing it. That's okay. I don't care. That's all right.
Next year, no.
Take a note for next year. 6th place, guy from the Flatlands, Gary Cass. Hey, thanks for
occasional hill there.
Yeah. 5th place, guy got the A. Guy, congratulations. Thanks for being here. 4th place, the guy who was praying for rain last night. Happened about 3 hours too late. John Strack. John, take care. 3rd place, the guy who was cranky about the fact that we mismeasured his baggage. Bill Bussey. Hey, we figured out how to do this. We're going to videotape the whole thing.
Thank you.
Bill, thank you. Appreciate it. And a trophy. Oh. Bill, thank you. Second place, to match his photo, Steve Jones. Good job. I don't want to drop this, Steve. Congratulations. Thank you.
God, this is great. You know, it's a lot of money just to have fun.
Oh, I know. First place, 2,802 points. Let's see, that's out of just a little under 3,000 available. That's not too bad. Pat Fogg. The Pepsi Racer pilot. You got room for this bit?
That's an AX3.
Thank you. Thank you, all pilots, for staying around, and thank you, Chip, for giving us the money. We appreciate it.
One guy that hasn't, no one has said thank you, congratulated, or anything else, is standing right here beside me, and he and Dan Sherrill have done one hell of a job putting this together.
There's Dan. Hey, come here.
Thank you. He took my thank you. I was going to thank Dan here. Dan, thank you for letting me be part of this. I appreciate it.
Hey, John.
And all the local crews, right. We thank you all. Hey, that's all I've got to say. A lot of us are going to do some traveling the next couple of days, go to Baton Rouge. Hope you all travel safely. Hope you have a good time. We'll see you here next year.